If you've ever taken a road trip to Michigan, you may have noticed some billboards advertising marijuana dispensaries across the state line. So today, a big debate over those billboards came up in a Senate committee.
Our State House reporter Emily Longnecker is here to explain what this debate is about. Emily?
This debate was not over a bill, but an amendment to the bill. This amendment would ban billboards in Indiana from advertising for marijuana on those billboards, and we know that marijuana is illegal here in Indiana. This wasn't a debate about whether marijuana should be legal or not. This became a debate around what should be allowed to be advertised on billboards in Indiana and whether those ads are protected by the First Amendment.
We've got billboards all over the place that say, come to my store and buy this. We have trucks, mobile billboards that drive around and sit in front of our parks. That's unacceptable. And it sends a mixed message to the consumer that this product is legal in Indiana, which it is not.
Republican State Representative Jim Pressel wants to stop that from happening through an amendment he presented today to House Bill 1390, heard by lawmakers on the Senate's Homeland Security and Transportation Committee. The amendment received pushback from a handful of witnesses in the advertising and billboard industries.
Anybody that thinks people are going to go buy marijuana because of an outdoor board is living in another world.
Anybody have one of these? All you have to do is Google nearest dispensary, and that will pop up and it'll give you all kinds of dispensaries closest to you. It'll tell you how to get there. It'll tell you what their products are. So when everybody has this in their hand, I see that as a greater threat, actually, than a message on a billboard.
Some argued it was an attack on business and the First Amendment.
This bill is not about marijuana. This bill is about the state having the right to pick winners and losers. Last time I checked, it's not the state's job to determine who wins and who loses.
One witness with the state's largest billboard company, Lamar, told lawmakers he'd be willing to sit down and talk about making sure billboards are placed at a certain distance from schools and parks, like already happens with billboards advertising alcohol. When asked why the amendment deals only with billboards and not other forms of advertising for marijuana.
Sometimes you got to take little bites at the apple, and I agree. And when I heard maybe we should broaden this.
And some argued that this amendment would lead to lawsuits filed against the state of Indiana. The original bill's author, State Representative Jim Pressel, pointed to a court case that was recently decided in Mississippi where the court pointed out that marijuana is illegal in federal law, and the court basically said that the First Amendment would not apply when it comes to banning speech regarding an illegal activity, which is selling marijuana. So we could hear more debate about this amendment when the bill comes before the full Senate. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Today, Governor Mike Braun signed his first bills into law since taking office. Among them, a bill clarifying Indiana's 25-foot rule. This encroachment law that passed a couple of years ago created a 25-foot buffer zone around police officers who are at crime scenes, but it's not currently being enforced after several legal challenges. Supporters say this new bill and soon-to-be law clarify some of the vagueness cited in those legal challenges, saying an officer can ask someone to back up 25 feet if they believe that person's presence is interfering with the police officer's work.